Hey YouTube, Morfien back with another video. This one is kind of a follow-up to our previous video on the corridor creeper and the inspiration behind doing the grind in the first place. Today we're going to be going over the various ways to farm Stygia, which you will need in order to purchase sockets from Venari at a cost of 7,200 each. We knew this grind was going to take a while, possibly throughout the rest of the expansion, and the corridor creeper just makes it so much more tolerable. Let's get into it. So as mentioned in the intro today, we're talking about farming Stygia. And the main reason or purpose for farming Stygia ultimately is to buy the Spatial Realignment Apparatuses from Venari for 7,200 Stygia each. And what these do is they let you add a socket to helm, neck, bracers, belt, or rings. So 6 sockets overall, which is a massive increase to anybody's personal DPS or survivability or whatever you're looking. 6 sockets is a lot. You want to have it. Venari also offers a plethora of other upgrades in regards to making your life easier in the Maw or in Torghast. They're typically account-wide permanent upgrades, and I do recommend that you purchase all of these as well, and I'll toss some of the more notable ones up on screen. But like I said, the main reason and purpose for farming your Stygia is to get these Spatial Realignment Apparatuses. In my experience, you can earn about 1 a week, maybe a little bit more than that if you're really trying hard and sweating it. And one of the first things we're going to talk about is the Wrath of the Jailer debuff, which up until recent history, you had a lot of sweaty poopsaki methods you could do to eke out a little bit of extra. I think even at one point there was you can farm a mob that doesn't add to your jailer and just farm infinite Stygia. That's been fixed. The current state of the game, you can't really cheese your Wrath of the Jailer debuff too much, and I think that's the first thing that we need to note here is you get to 5 and that's about it. When you get to 5, you call it a day. And I just wanted to take a second to touch on that and not really go over any of those sweaty strategies, because Blizzard at this point has basically decided that they don't want to promote that kind of activity and has made changes to prevent that kind of activity going forward. So we're not going to spend too much time on it. So basically, the next thing we're going to talk about are the 3 weekly quests, and these are going to be your next priority when it comes to farming Stygia. They each give 425 to 700 Stygia, which is an absolute massive amount. It's like 10 rare mobs basically. It's a lot. You want to make sure you get these done. And they definitely are the highest priority. Now, we will go into a little bit later how I personally try and eke the most out of my Stygia farming, and these do fall slightly in the priority list only because of the Wrath of the Jailer debuff. You'll notice early in the week, if you go do your weeklies first and then you try and do your dailies, that you might accidentally cap your Wrath of the Jailer, and you're going to lose out on a daily because of that. So you want to get your dailies done first, then your weeklies, I guess is what I'm getting at. The next priority is then obviously going to be the dailies. Now, you do originally only get 2 dailies when you start the Maw, but as you progress through the zone, you unlock further dailies that can appear in Perdition's Hold or the Beast Warrens, and obviously they're just as valuable as the original 2 dailies, and you'll want to get these unlocked as soon as you can just to increase your daily Stygia gains. And the way to unlock those is basically just keep playing the zone. You get them through rep with Venari, and you get rep with Venari through doing the Maw. Excuse me. And then the third most important way that you can farm Stygia is through rare mobs. And you will run into rare mobs basically everywhere in the Maw. Some give a little bit more than others, but basically you're looking at 45 to 50 Stygia per rare kill, and each one will increase your Wrath of the Jailer debuff by a not insignificant amount. The last way, or the last major way that I would note to get Stygia is the world quests, or the, I'm not exactly sure what they're called, the hunts in Shadowlands, or in the Maw. They will appear either in the Beast Warrens or usually up near the Tremaculum. And basically it's just a big world quest. You can do it once a week. It gives 500 rep, and then what is easier to miss but noteworthy is the boss itself does drop 100 Stygia. So you'll want to make sure you're getting those done each week. Another thing to note would maybe, or probably be the geysers that you'll see, and I'll throw a clip up on the screen here of me attempting to collect one. It took way too long. But basically these also, when you complete them, they give you 100 Stygia. So if you're on the world and you see it, it's definitely worth taking some time out of your day to stand in the white circles. All said and done, you're looking at about 1,000 to 1,500 Stygia a day, which is enough to get you a socket each week, roughly. Now, if you're missing a day here or there, you know, obviously that impacts things a little bit. If you're missing dailies because you capped on your Wrath of the Jailer, that will slow you down a little bit. That's basically it. I know it's not super complicated or anything, and honestly it's not super complicated. It's just a question that gets asked a lot, and it's actually a very important part of the end game of Shadowlands right now. Make sure that you are maximizing or doing your best to get your Stygia gains up so that you can continue to put sockets on your gear. You know, it's not unthinkable that this system will be around for the rest of the expansion. You might only need 6 of these now, but what about next year when you need 6 more? I can't imagine they're just going to... Well, you know what? I wouldn't put it past Blizzard to go ahead and put an item level cap on there so that we have to farm something else to get sockets on our next tier gear. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you only need the 6. Either way, 6 is a lot of Stygia. So I hope this helps. I appreciate you for checking the video out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. And don't forget to check me out at Twitch. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Morfien out.